have done research on this, and me having that existential moment about my clothes and whether or not other people are experiencing that same thing, I did research. Not only did I do my own research and have over 120 people respond to my research with just organic outreach, I also did a ton of research on data that exists already out there. And 74% of people in the research that I did with over 120 respondents said they love half of what's in their closet. 58% experience outfit stress weekly. They that stress affects their mood, their plans, whether enough they feel confident enough to go out, and what people want. 96% of people believe that the what you wear affects not only how you feel when you're wearing it, but how people receive you. And one of the things that I was thinking of while I was doing this is like all the closet apps that exist right now, Index, even what Google's doing right now with wardrobe that they just announced, they are using AI to make the outfit for you. So, two things there. If AI is making your outfit, that's not personal style, that's math. And two, if it's making outfits out of things that are in your closet, but 74% of people don't like what's in their closet, why nobody cares about the outfits that the AI is making? Like, we're missing the first step, which is connecting with what you actually like wearing, what actually makes you feel authentic. And then the really exciting thing is that 81% of people that took the survey and understood what your core was at the end of it found value in the app and what it was proposing to do. So here's the most exciting thing is that I had all these thoughts in my head and I was like, I can't be the only person in the whole world that's ever thought about this. And I was going to say a bad word, but I'll say a butt ton of research. And there's science and data and psychology that proves what I felt is real. So clothes can change your brain. When you wear what you love and you show up authentically, you actually resonate in a different way, and people know it. People feel it. Not only that, but authenticity is a health outcome. There is actual studies that authentic self-expression improves psychological well-being, but also physical well-being. There's a recent study that came out in 2026 about closeted gay men who never were authentic to who they were, and they had higher rates of terminal cancer. So living inauthentically not only has negative psychological outcomes, but it has negative health outcomes. People, when they meet you, they know if you're dressed authentically, they know if you're not dressed authentically. They can't put their finger on it, but they know, and they know in like 7 seconds. All of this, all of this creativity and being creative helps your brain. It fights off dementia, it keeps you active, it keeps you engaged, it keeps you part of showing up as yourself. And then the idea of playing with your clothes, playing with what goes together, what doesn't go together, not like really thinking about what you love, that helps, that it calms your brain, it opens your prefrontal cortex. This is all science and real and true. And I was just very excited to find all this data backed up what I was saying. So what you wear shapes how you think, feel, and show up, whether you're intentional about it or not. So why wouldn't you be intentional? I'll tell you right, we got problems going on. Not only do we have AI that is clearly very flattening what's going on as far as style, art, culture, film, music, we also have a post-COVID identity crisis where we know people are literally saying they no longer know how to dress for various events. They don't they don't know what to put on coming out of 2 years of being locked at home. We are in the midst of a influencer bubble burst. It's not quite there yet, but I know it's coming because I have a career history of predicting culture and trends 18 to 24 months before it happens. We are about to burst the influencer bubble. People know they're being influenced by algorithms. They know influencers are trying to influence them, and they know it's in the name of consumerism, and they're starting to push back on it. In all of this, I found, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pasolini's Fireflies, but it's a text that the author, poet, I don't even know how to describe him, just like overall sort of muse, Pasolini, who was a poet in Italy in the 1940s during the rise of fascism. And he wrote this letter to his buddy and said he was on the countryside in Italy, and the bombs are going off in Bologna, but he's sitting on the countryside watching fireflies light up against the blanket of darkness that was the night sky. And what he saw in that were tiny acts of resistance, of lighting up, of individuals lighting up to find each other in the darkness. He went on to say in the 1970s that the fireflies had all died in the bright lights of consumerism. I and not so I read all this in the midst of making Eurocore, literally was like, absolutely not. We will not allow this to happen. We will fight back, and we will find ways to make sure people keep fighting up, lighting up, and finding their authentic selves. And not only was I seeing that, but Valentino's spring summer fashion show in Paris during Paris Fashion Week literally referenced Pasolini's Fireflies. So I'm not the only one seeing it. When you see the biggest names in fashion seeing the same thing, you know that it's about to be something we're all talking about. So here we go. Nobody knows what to wear. This is a cross-generational problem. This is not just Gen Z and Gen Alpha, though we do know we have a crisis with them only showing up authentically digitally. How do we get them to show up authentically in real life? But then on top of that, everybody's having a hard time. Gen X, Gen Z, boomers, millennials, nobody knows what to wear. Everyone's freaking out about it. And we are giving people all these closet apps that are for things they already have in their closet, but they don't even like what's in their closet.